Okay, so last job, or one of the last jobs, we are just reinstating this bank which I'll just spin around and show you. This bank comes off the back of the new T. There's the irrigation pipes there. So this bank runs right down to this road, and there is a house at the end of the road, so they do need access. So we're just tidying the bank up on my way out now, making it look nice. The road's getting moved next year, but I need to leave it so they can seed it and maintain it in the meantime. So we're just trimming this up now. This is a situation where having the tilt rotator is brilliant. I mean, as you can see, the banks of the T, you can't really see actually, the banks of the T, when you're working on those banks, you're never sat level. You get used to that in the golf work. The machine's never sat level, you're always on the side of a bank or a sand dune or something. You're always working on a bit of a funky angle usually. So these things, these Engcons, rototilt, steel wrist, whatever, they are brilliant. I'm not going to say essential, but I'll tell you what, I would not want to be without it on this work. I used to do everything with the big machine with the power tilt, which, don't get me wrong, it was superb, and you can do the job, but there are certain things that you would have to do a lot of repositioning for, even with the tilt. Whereas with the tilt rotator, within reason, you can sit your machine on pretty much any angle. If the machine will sit there and not fall over, you can work with a tilt rotator basically, because it'll tilt 45 degrees if you want it to be level, or if what you were doing needed to be level. Well, I'll tell you now, if you got a machine sat at 45 degrees, you would know about it. You would not want to be sat there. So yeah, I'm going to say, any angle you can get the machine to sit and be stable, you'll be able to work efficiently with the tilt rotator on, because it will tilt far enough to cut level, cut a pad level, build a T level. You can be sat on the piss and still build a T level. Anyway, they're just good tools, aren't they? We know that. And to buy this, I had a 5-ton Kubota mini digger, which was very, very good, and that had an R2 tilt rotator on it, which is also very good. I'll tell you what I will talk about is why I've ended up going with an Engcon. So I priced up some tilt rotators for a 13-ton class machine. That's what we're on, a 13-ton machine. Priced up tilt rotators, and they were mega money. The amount they've gone up in the last 2 years is insane. I mean, I knew that. Everything's gone up, hasn't it? So I'm not moaning. But what I was sort of prepared for in my head that I was going to spend to put a tilt rotator on this digger, I was miles off. So, you know, I was tens of thousands, I was £20,000 away for, you know, from what I thought it was going to cost me to, well, the actual real life, not in my head, cost was. And they're very similar across the board, whichever make you go for. Very, very similar. You know, the steel wrist, the rototilt, and the Engcon. So what happened was, there is a guy fairly local to me who's an Engcon affiliated engineer. So he works on behalf of the Engcon group, as I understand. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in the northwest of England he does Engcon installations, and if Engcon have a customer who want a unit reconditioning, pins, bushes, all that, you know, anything it needs, he will fully recondition that unit for the customer and send it back with a warranty. Well, I'm assuming it comes with a warranty, because if you buy a reconditioned unit off him, it comes with a warranty. So I got in touch with him last year about a unit for a 13 tonner. He said, yeah, let me know when you're ready, I will be able to do something for you. So I got a few prices on new units, and I could not afford to do it. Obviously, you know, I could have borrowed money, but maybe I'm backwards, I don't know. If I can afford, if I can manage and not need to borrow money, I won't borrow money, because even if it's £50 a week, £100 a week, that still adds up, and at the end of every month you get 2 or 3 of those around you, and you know, nowadays that's enough money to be going out of your bank, even on a quiet month, or if you have a breakdown and spend a load of money repairing something and this and, you know. Anyway, getting off subject. So I didn't want to borrow any money, so I spoke to Jack about a recon unit. We discussed the price for this unit that I've got on. It's a very high spec. I have got, let me just I'll swing her in so you can see, hopefully see there. So if you come up, I have got top hitch with EC oil, so I can drop the tilt rotator on and off without undoing any pipes. I've also got EC oil in the bottom hitch, so I can have a grab or something like that, and I can pick it up and it plugs itself in within the hitch. So the top hitch up here, when the hitch pulls the tilt rotator in to lock, the tilt rotator gets plugged in internally inside there. So as you can see, I haven't got any pipes, you know, there's nothing to unplug. The electrics and the pipes are all done within that top hitch, which is an optional extra, but this unit as a recon unit came with that option, and it's also got it on the bottom, which is very handy because it just means swapping attachments and everything is very easy. I wasn't looking originally for a top hitch so I could drop the unit off, because generally don't. However, I do have a screening bucket, so now I can drop the tilt rotator off, pick my screening bucket up just in this top hitch, and run the screener bucket without the weight of the tilt rotator as well, which will be very, very good and handy for me, no doubt. Secondly, if I'm on a job, so on this job here where we saw in the last, in one of the videos, over here there's a big borrow pit. The lads dug about 1,000 tons of material out there maybe for me and ferried it over to build this T where we are. So if I was going to a job and I was going to sit and load dumpers all day for that sort of purpose, I would now drop the tilt rotator off and put the bucket straight in the top hitch. You don't need to, because the tilt rotators are strong, but anything I can do to eliminate unnecessary wear on that tilt rotator, now I've got a top hitch, I will absolutely be doing that, because it makes sense, and financially, if you can look after your most expensive attachment, you should absolutely be doing that. So for bulk earthwork, if I go and do a job that's a bit rough, you know, working, say cleaning a ditch out where there's loads of trees around, if it's straight enough so I can do it without the tilt rotator on, I'll take the tilt rotator off and not risk any branches whacking it or, you know, whatever. Also this year I do want to buy a flail mulcher for this machine. Again, that'll be something where I will more than likely for most jobs take the tilt rotator off and pick it straight up in the top hitch, so that as I'm reaching into overgrown areas, which you're blind a lot of the time, that's just the nature, isn't it? If it's that bad where it needs a flail to bash it down, you can't see what's in there. Again, drop the tilt rotator off, leave it out of the way and out of harm's way when you're flailing. So again, that's another benefit. So, it's also got on the GPS ready chip or module, whatever it's called. So if I wanted a GPS system, which just at the moment I don't, and I maybe never will, but it is there and it is an expensive extra if I wanted. The EC oil top and bottom is an expensive option to have added. So all in all, I don't need to say how much this costs, but what I will say is that this unit set up with as well, it's a Recon tilt rotator, so this bit here is reconditioned, full warranty, back to factory specs, everything gone through, stripped, painted, the lot, like new. The top hitch is brand new, all the pipe work, up the boom, the computer, the joysticks in the cab and everything like that, that's all brand new. And installation, there was a year's warranty on the installation and a year's warranty on the hardware, so I was really pleased with that. That's I don't think you get any more if you buy a brand new one off Engcon. I think it's still only a 12-month warranty, so you're not losing out. This unit, the tilt rotator is a 2019. That is the exact same tilt rotator as if you went and bought one this year. There's nothing different, it's exactly the same piece of equipment. So again, in my head, that there with a 12-month warranty, rebuilt, put on the test rig, back to factory specs, everything, blah blah blah, that's as good as buying a new one to me. There's no difference. A warranty's a warranty. I don't really care if you've got good backup and someone you trust. If you've got a warranty on a 3-year-old or 4-year-old piece of equipment, and you've got a warranty on a brand new piece of equipment, if that warranty period is 12 months, there's no difference in my eyes. And this, as I say, has been stripped in his workshop, totally put on his test rig, everything checked, anything replaced that needed replacing, no play, it's all back to factory spec, the same as a new one rolling out. So anyway, long story short, well, not really, not that short, that unit there, I asked for a rough price, so let's give or take 10%. One of the manufacturers, that unit would have cost there or thereabouts £20,000 more brand new than I paid for the Recon unit. Now, to me, I snapped his hand off when he offered me this for the price he did, installed as well. £20,000 is a massive amount of money. I cannot afford. Some people can, great, but I can't. I can't justify spending an extra £20,000 and borrowing that money when this, in my eyes, is just as good of a piece of equipment. So the reason I've gone with this is obviously price point. I would have had a rototilt, but there was no reconditioned rototilts around, so that wasn't an option. If I had unlimited money, there was no reason to move from rototilt. It was good, never gave me any trouble, but I'm not prepared to spend an extra £20,000 for any manufacturer because I just don't think it's worth it. So the rototilt was great. I have not gone to an Engcon because I didn't like the rototilt. I believe they're all good. So that's my thoughts on that. I've lost my focus now. But anyway, I'll tell you where I was going with it. Right, so what I did have is I had the 5-ton machine with the rototilt on it, which did the smaller jobs, bunkers. And when I say small jobs, you're still on a golf course, you've still got a few hundred acres, but the rototilt was great for doing bunkers. And the power tilt on the 13-tonner, you could do bunkers, but it was a lot more mauling and messing about, and you make more mess. So basically, the rototilt did any fiddly little shaping jobs like that, and the 13-tonner with the power tilt did the bigger stuff, building a sand dune, you know, less intricate jobs the 13-tonner did, and it was brilliant. Power tilt was great. I've still got it in the yard, as you know. If I buy a second machine, that power tilt will go on, no doubt. It's a great piece of kit. So now this machine has got the tilt rotator on it, I've just done some bunkers. This digger now will cover every base for me. It will do the little bunker fiddly jobs because it's got that on, and it will do the big stuff. So the Kubota was sold and the money was used to buy this. Also, the other thing makes my life a lot easier is this digger with the Engcon on it and the 6-ton dumper with the flotation tyres will do every job now. So I'm not going to get into a situation where I've just finished a job here and I need to take everything back to the yard and swap diggers because the next job needs the small digger. This machine now will do every job, so all I need to do is put this and the dumper on the low loader and go bump, 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 bump from job to job. No back to the yard and swapping, because I was paying for that. I wasn't charging a customer for that because in my opinion I don't think that was fair. So I'll have a look at a nice view while I'm talking. So yeah, it'll save me a lot of time because I do value my time with my family. So you're swapping machines about, you're taking you half a day or a day, and also in that time you're not earning. If I can pick this machine up and I know that this machine and dumper is just going to go to the next job and the next job and the next job, makes me a lot more efficient and saves me a lot of time and money as well. So there you go, that's my thoughts. I've had it on for 3 weeks now. It's done about, I don't know actually, it's done 3 weeks work. We missed 2 or 3 days actually because of the rain. It was horrendous. So I'm more than happy, it's great. I've downloaded the app for my phone because the rototilt used to have a little, instead of this, you had a little computer with a screen, and you could go in and alter speeds, and you could alter your controls and all that kind of stuff, which you don't have on the Engcon. But when you download the app for your phone, you pair it up, it links with this thing here via Bluetooth, and then on your phone you've got all those options that I used to have on the rototilt on the computer, on the app on my phone. So I've sped up, now I'm used to it, I've sped up the rotate, I've sped up the tilt. You can alter user profiles, you can have your controls different for different people. Not that I need that, but it's nice. And also there's remote technical support, so they can link up with your phone app and they can see any errors that are coming up on it, or you know, they can help you out remotely. So that's good as well, a really good feature, and you've got a direct link for the phone there to get through to them if you need to speak to them. So yeah, I'm very happy, absolutely. I think I made the right decision, I'm happy with it, and yeah, there you go, it's ready for this winter's work, plenty to do, and we're going to be busy. So there you go, there's my thoughts. That's why I've got the Engcon and sold the Kubota, and that's why I've changed to Engcon. You know why. So yeah, thanks for watching, and anybody looking to purchase a tilt rotator, I don't know, I hope maybe some information in the video was helpful. And well, it's Friday, sun's shining. Thanks for watching and have a good weekend.